go. We are on the way.
Oh, yeah, got it going. Okay.
Yeah, got it going. Carl's got his Munchos.
Yeah, with Munchos and Monster.
Munchos and Monster.
The official sponsor of Nebraska 2020.
It is 4:30, and we got a 7-hour drive to meet up with our next passenger. So, and the back is full, so Cody's stuff is gonna go in the back seat with him.
Yeah, Cody's gonna be tight.
So much for laying down.
Yeah, but there's nobody's laying down on this one.
Nope, that's all right.
No Hollywood treatment on this.
No Hollywood. The lady, Mississippi, 3 states down. Oh, there it is. Welcome to Iowa, Carl. 6 muley does. That's a good sight. So after a 16-hour drive, we made it through the night. First thing we did is stop for breakfast at the country kitchen. Right after that, we went to the property and kind of showed Ben and Cody a little bit more. We were able to check into our cabin early. Outside the cabin, this is the cabin. Definitely pretty happy with it. TV, couch, love seat, big table, nice kitchen area, 1 queen bed, and 2 singles. And then here's the shower and bathroom. We got ourselves a nice patio, picnic table. So this is where we'll be doing our grilling. So we are good to go. We're getting situated. And probably nap time? Yeah. Otherwise, let's just get ready for tomorrow. Well, good morning. Welcome to the opening day of Nebraska Firearm. We're making our trek out and doing it at first light so that we can kind of still hunt on the way. So probably about a third of the way back, and yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful day. So this is where I'm setting up. First thing this morning, got a draw below me that is fed by a bunch of draws on the neighboring property. Cody's up there on that flat butte up there, or he might have dropped on the other side, but this day hasn't turned out anything like we thought it would. We were expecting high winds, and it's just dead calm. It's beautiful out here. I just shot at and apparently missed a really nice 4x4. I don't know exactly where it came from, but all of a sudden I seen it going up this hillside about 200 yards away. I got a shot, tried to follow up shot as it was trotting, and then I seen it way off, and it was still just walking, not acting hit. But it actually ran over by Cody, and Cody shot, so let's hope he got it. Update, Cody got him, he's down. That's 1 down. Yes, yes. That's so awesome, I'm so glad he got one. Pressure's off him now. All right, so he sent pics. That's the first pic. And that's the second pic. Check out the width on that thing. That's awesome, awesome do-it-yourself mule deer. So happy for Cody.
3 yards. But yeah, he came up. I had 2 windows. He passed through the first window, and I was set up for the second one, and he's kind of quartering to me pretty good. So I tried to just tuck it on the front shoulder. Yeah, I'll try to flip him over here. Tucked it in right there. I don't know if you can really see that very well, but yeah, he disappears from sight, obviously, because he comes in towards this draw. And when I shot, he didn't kick, but it looked like he hunched, like he got hit hard. Gave him a little bit of time, and I thought I'd come down and just kind of walk this edge. And I'm walking down the edge. I see him piled up right underneath this cedar tree right here. So yeah, it was just fantastic. Started to rain/snow, so we're gonna try to use this cedar as cover so I'm not getting poured on. Trying to move a little quick here. Ran over to Dad, got the GoPro, got the tarp, got the gut kit. Now we're gonna get going and see what we can do here. I think I want to do a shoulder mount with this guy. I mean, mule deer are beautiful, you know, and I don't know when next time I'm gonna get a chance to, hunt a mule deer.
Well, here's the current situation. Had a front come through. The wind actually shifted from the north. We got snow, but thankfully it's not rain. I'll take snow over rain any day.
As you can tell, it's been snowing for a little bit, but first part of the job is done.
The walk of glory with the mule deer buck strapped to his back. Old Dad came to the rescue. I'm hauling the meat.
Doing the hard job.
Yeah. So what you think of your whole first packing experience and quartering, I should say?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad, you know. It took me about an hour 45 and a tarp and a snowstorm, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that tarp really helped out, and that kit you got is just
Isn't that the cat's ass?
Yeah. I mean, I think without that and my knife, it would have taken me,
Yeah.
you know, a little longer.
Well, it's day 2, and I got a hunting buddy with me today because somebody shot a deer yesterday. It's cold, the wind is much less. It's going to be a beautiful day. That's the view. Well, it's about 9:30 and nobody has seen a thing. Buddy's gonna do a little mini push for me. I mean, I guess if anything, we'll find out if there's just no deer here or if they're just hunkered down in the cedars. I'll change of tactic after Cody pushed 3 cedar jaws and didn't bump a single deer out. We're gonna get in the hills above the rancher's crop fields and see what we can see up there. And Carl shot at a buck. He's waiting a little bit and we'll see what happens. Well, the theme is consistent. Still no mule deer. What the hell is that? Carl's over that way. Oh yeah, because by the way, he did get a deer. He got a forky. So yeah, we're just gonna drive over there, get closer to him, pick him up once he's packed it out, and make a game plan for tonight.
I wish I had something cool to say, but I'm too tired.
There's the killer. Well, I bet you you're glad we drove back here anyway, huh?
Yeah, saved me a mile.
Hey, what happened to your nose?
Yeah, there's that. I started to go down the hill and I was limping. I'm like, oh shit, I shot the doe. And I turned its head and I realized it was a buck. So I shot it in the neck.
40 yards, huh?
Yeah, it was.
And the first shot was 300?
The first one was well over 300.
Really?
It was a fucking pulse.
Nice. Set up by this tree. I already seen a doe right over there. Just came out of the riverbed and then she disappeared again, but kind of hoping they just move right along this tree line or anywhere through this field, honestly. And you know, once they get about to that point on the tree line or anywhere closer, gonna have a decent shot. So we seen a buck, and it was as Cody was coming down, but it ended up going to the north of us on different property. Went up into a field. Cody got down a little bit later. All of a sudden we see it's running along the fence line. So we hauled ass, and you know, we were over there. We hauled ass up here because our theory was he was going to come around the fence line. We got up to the top of this scope, and it was currently bedded down, right down in that thick stuff in the corner, just before it pops up here. We're in the right spot. He's about, probably 20, 30 yards. Yeah, it's probably 50 yards. Into somebody else's property. So he just needs to make a move. He needs to come closer, pop up in the field, and we'll have a crack at him. Alright, we got the 4 does came running in. They're running across the field right now. Buck is still bedded. Well, it's been an interesting day. Actually had a few encounters with some pretty nice bucks this morning sitting down in the river bottom. One of them kind of got busted up by a car pulling into the driveway, and then we actually seen one across the street, rattled it onto the road virtually, and a car was coming before it could cross, and he turned back. And then Carl seen a 3x3 muley, so we hiked all the way back to the school property and couldn't find it. And now we're back and sitting on the field. And we got our decoy out. But yeah, the wind is actually giving it some really lifelike action. Cody's sitting up high so that he can see over there, because that's where we expect the deer to come from. They did last night, and we already had one come along, and it got about to that point right there, and something spooked it from over there, and it ended up running up into the field. So, and it's only 2:30, so we'll see hopefully more follow that script, see the decoy, or we can call him over. What'd you get?
3x3.
There it is. This is deer camp. So our dining table is now a caping station and cutting up meat, but that's a little bit more like a mule deer rack with the forks, tall tines. There's Cody on his cape. 3 for 4.
Well, this is our last morning on the lease property. We hiked all the way back to the south side, and beautiful view, and we're being serenaded by coyotes right now. View here, and actually we've seen Ben's carcass to his deer down in that draw right there. There's a bunch of magpies on it. Wouldn't be surprised if the coyotes come find it. About 30 deer, 3.5 miles away from us. Maybe they'll come this way. Well, that was fun. Things action got high here in a very short period of time. Cody had just left to go check out the other side All of a sudden, 3 does cleared this draw. Somehow there ended up being like 9 of them together. And then I looked up at the draw and seen 5 more. So yeah, finally I've seen 14 mule deer doe, and these are the first mule deer I've seen hunting since I seen the one that Cody shot. So it's kind of cool. It's good having all these does around. Hopefully there's a buck hanging around too. Okay, so after seeing all those does, Cody spotted a really nice buck, and I managed. It's in this draw. He's at a vantage point. I crept in. Not a single deer has left this draw. I seen a doe bedded as soon as I came in. So now I think it's just going to be a waiting game and seeing if he gets up and starts moving. I got him. I got him. Right after my last interview, all of a sudden I look up. I see a doe running. I'm like, oh crap. Got my sticks up. And there he is standing there. Missed once. Gotta miss once, right? Nailed him the second time. Yes! Cody's on his way. He's grabbing all the stuff and gonna come on over, but it's on that hillside right over there. It was a 200-yard shot, so I'm gonna wait for Cody to get here before we walk up on it. I really have no idea how big it is. I just know it was like right at or outside the ears, and for me right now, that's good enough. There he is. That's a mule deer rack. It's 3x3.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Here's the exit.
Yep.
So, as you heard earlier, you know, Cody got up and moved. As soon as he got up and moved, also the deer started pouring in. But if it wasn't for Cody moving, this wouldn't have happened right here, because I would have never seen this deer. The only reason Cody's seen it is because 5 dropped into this cedar draw, and he happened to pick it up. Yeah, he gave me the pin marks. I snuck in, thought it was going to be a several-hour wait, and at 11 o'clock, I think the wind swirled. The doe got up, ran up here. The buck came up, stood broadside. I missed once. Took a deep breath to steady my nerves. Squeezed the trigger, and he went 20 yards. So,
Awesome.
4 for 4. That's still heavy going downhill.
Yeah. We're gonna drag them down into the shade of the cedars down here. Nice grass. Get the tarp out and get to work.
Here's what it's about. Get my drink. Cheers. Cheers. Lunchtime. Well, the deed is done. We got it caped, at least off the body. We got 2 bags of meat. Now it's time for a hot trek back. And we literally almost could not get any farther away than we are right now. We are on the most southeast corner of the property right now, but it's well worth it. So this is Cody modeling the new Western style. It's the skivvy
pack out uniform. Hot for 2021.
Comes in gray, black, and army green.
What a trooper. What he does. It's better than wearing your insulated pants on the way back, right?
Now the question is, how long till we get back?
We could take our time.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. We got all day.
Mighty warrior packing out his trophy.
Holy cow. I'm thinking that's from an elk. It's not like a mule deer would reach that high. We are almost there. Can't wait for a beer. I made it back. Well, it took about an hour to keep it and cut it up and pack it. It took us about 50 minutes to pack it out. We're done. Black Hills Scenic Overlook. We spent the morning getting my deer cut up and caped and slept in, and now we're in the Pine Ridge public area. We're set up over top of river bottom. There's some draws. We're seeing a lot of deer tracks, a lot of trails moving right through the middle here, so I won't be surprised if we see some deer tonight. All natural face paint. Look at the feathers, right? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Get it in your nose and under your eyes. So we seen a total of 12 this morning. 11 of the 12 were on property we couldn't hunt, but we actually did have a forky muley run by us about 60 yards. So, and now we're gonna move into the pines here and set up on a ridge overlooking a couple of draws. The move this morning didn't produce a whole lot. I think Cody did see a flash one as we were moving down, but seen a ton of sign. There's heavy trails, there's buck crap, there's doe crap, there's scrapes, there's rubs. Plenty of sign of hunters too, but there's definitely deer in this area. So we moved down to the end of this point. We're gonna go back up closer to the field
anticipating hopefully some deer moving through to come into the fields later this afternoon.
All right, guys, let's tie a bow on it. It's the end of the trip.
That's the end of the trip.
Final thoughts.
We went 4 for 4, motherfuckers.
Cody, final thoughts?
It was a good trip.
Yeah?
Yep.
What was good about it?
Seen a lot of new country. Seen some deer. 4 for 4, like Carl said. It's a good trip.
Yeah.
4 for 4, motherfuckers.
We came what we did to do. As Carl and Cody said, we went 4 for 4. We all got our first muleys. It wasn't easy, but that's it. That's a wrap on Nebraska. You know what's next? Wyoming elk.
Jackson Hole.